What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, Gervonta Davis tweeted out after Ryan Garcia won over Javier Fortuna last night, which a lot of people was disappointed at Fortuna. We addressed that later too. He tweeted out that see y'all later, see y'all at the end of the year. So most people took it as Gervonta Tank Davis will be coming back at the end of the year versus Ryan Garcia. But I will say this: PBC fighters don't control their own career. I'll say it again: PBC fighters don't control their own career. So I mean, apparently Oscar been saying that they didn't want to negotiate, but unless they've been negotiating behind the scenes, it's done. I won't believe it. All right, now if it's done, it's done. Or Al told him it's gonna get done. Okay, that's one thing. But Gervonta Tank Davis don't control his career. No Premier Boxing Champions fighter control their career, and it's in very small increments you can find fighters that control their own career. If they didn't, that's kind of the loophole with the fans where they can duck and get away with it because they can hide behind. Well, call Al. If you call Al gonna give you a ridiculous number you got to reach to make a fight because they don't want to fight each other. But then again, them in the zone, they ain't gonna have too much longer than this game. People not gonna keep putting capital and investing money into the zone because everything suck about it. The production suck. The commentating suck. The fights suck. And same thing with PBC. The production is good. Showtime is now the platinum standard for that in boxing. But the fight cards suck. The fights is not appealing. They're not. And then the fights that that are appetizing and they are good for the fans, on paper they not appealing. They blowovers. But it's gonna be very interesting to see if they make this fight. They probably will make this fight. Espinosa go on talking about that's gonna be a difficult fight to make with them. After the Jaime Munguia Charlo fallout and all that, that's gonna be a difficult fight to make. And he sounded more optimistic about that 50-50 interview deal with Fight Hype about making the fight with Spence and Crawford. And I told y'all that fight ain't nowhere near to be close. So the way is kind of stacking up. Could they do Spencer Crawford in November and Tank Davis and Rolly in November? They probably could because it's gonna be a joint. It's gonna have to be joint with the zone and PBC and Showtime. It's gonna be a joint, so they won't be fronting the whole bill. So that could be a possibility, and I wouldn't put it past them. Everybody want to fight right before the holiday, but none of these niggas want to fight in the summertime. This bullshit ass summer slate that they gave us, these dudes should be back in the damn ring. Ain't nothing going on in the summer, and you choose to wait till the fall when everything going on to put a fight on. It's crazy to me. That's why they gonna fail. And Top Rank gonna be around because ESPN need the programming. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop a video. Appreciate the love and support. That's why they gonna be around. But nonetheless, I see it when I believe it. I think the fight should happen. They both don't care about belts. Ryan said he ain't coming back down to 35. I addressed that too. And Tank is fought at 140, so it ain't about a belt. It should do good numbers. It really should. Ryan Garcia don't want to be a boxer no more. No way. He beat Tank. Then where you gonna go? He not a world level fighter. I'm telling you that. He not a world champion level fighter. If he was, nigga be a champion. Now we don't have competitors in the sport. That's the crazy thing about it. We don't have competitors in the sport no more. People don't want to be in the world title. These niggas don't even want to be Olympians. At least if you look at Better B having a lot of European fighters, their main goal is to be gold medalists or being Olympians and all that. These niggas don't got the goal to be Olympians. They don't have the goal to be world champions. They listen to Mayweather and talk about it's all about the money, all about the money. Mike Tyson lost every dime and still that nigga, man, because he gave the fans what he wanted: excitement, activity, shit talking, captivate, engage with the fans. But I can give a fuck about that fight. Don't really care about it. Ain't a belt on the line, ain't a credible fighter on the line in that fight. Care about Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya's petty beef. Will the product be good in the ring? Yeah, it can't miss. But people acting like Tank gonna just blow out Ryan Garcia. He could, but the nigga couldn't blow out Rowley. He went 11 with Yuriorkis Gamboa. So Tank ain't proved to be no top fighter neither. He ain't proved to be the creme de la creme. He ain't proved to be in the top 1% in none of his divisions. He's another nigga that he held one real title in IBF. He held the Super WBA that they took from the real Super WBA champion Alberto Machado, and he fought Jesus Clay coming off a loss and moving up for the title. So I don't count none of that bullshit. I don't count the W40, 40 WB. I don't count the 35 WB. I'm counting that shit. The Pedraza barely won his IBF strap. If we keeping it funky, he barely won his IBF strap. So I don't count none of that shit, man. He's another top 10 contender in my book until he fight other elite fighters. Ryan Garcia, his resume just going on names is better than Tank's. And Tank went in there and struggled with Rolly. Rolly might have, gave Devin a run for his money, Shakur a run for his money. He might have gave Ryan a run for his money. I don't want to hear about that bullshit sparring shit neither. But Ryan looked good last night. Too bad Hybrid Fortuna wasn't allowed to come in shape and get enough time to train. And obviously, that was by design. That's why they took that fight. People said, ooh, it's a tough fight. Bro, when you got cherry picking like Tank and Ryan Garcia, bro, you can't fool people like me. If he picked Hybrid, why didn't he pick Hybrid Fortuna years ago then? You picking Hybrid Fortuna right now, they knew he wasn't in no shape. They knew he was big as hell. They knew this. We learned nothing more about Ryan Garcia last night. Yes, he kept his hands up a little bit more. Yes, his feet look a little bit better. Yes, he used his jab, unlike the Tago fight. But what else do I learn? I didn't learn shit different about Ryan Garcia last night. His opponent couldn't move. He came in the ring chubby, bloated, all that. He kept his hands up for the first time and kind of kept his chin tucked a little bit. So in my mind, it's two prospects fighting. That's in my mind it is. It's two prospects fighting, two fighters that's quote unquote popular. But popularity don't mean longevity. Popularity don't guarantee you legend status. You see these fighters, when you young, you supposed to be killing shit. You supposed to be fighting all the time, running through shit, ready for any challenge. These niggas, they them and Colbert, too much hesitation. No, too much in this, too much blockage. They built up like they constipated. Not fighting enough. So if the fight next cool, meaning something cool to talk about, but I ain't supporting that shit. Don't really care about it. They refuse to fight Devin Haney. They refuse to fight Vasily Lomachenko. Right? They refuse to fight Teofimo Lopez. And they want to try the popularity. They asked to be in the top five and say, well, I'm the top dog. I ain't trying to hear nothing that Bernard saying as the whipping boy Oscar De La Hoya. Jigaboo company man. We gonna call out Donovan McNabb for being something that I said before, man. You gotta watch what you say, or at least you gotta live up to what you say. You can't be out here calling people raccoons and shit, and you out here under Oscar De La Hoya. Everybody know what Oscar De La Hoya about. Look at the track record of the black fighters they promoted. Why didn't Bernard Hopkins help them? And if I had a dog in the race, it's gonna be Tank. I like Tank as a fighter, but I don't like how he moving, bro. He ain't fighting nobody. And on top of that, you ain't fighting nobody. You talking like you the shit, though. That's my only issue with Tank. Put them skills to the test. Fight somebody that's real. He like Canelo. He can fight any, quote unquote, he like Canelo. He can fight anybody he wants to down there in the weight classes. Anybody he want to, he can fight him. Cash cow, all that shit. I'm the cash cow. I'm the cash cow. Fool, feel okay. Why don't you lose that cash cow shit like the queen on the chessboard and move how you want to move on the chessboard? Move backwards, move forward, do what you want to do. So this the mean girls fight. That's what I call it. The mean girls fight. Like the movie with Lindsay Lohan. I'm so popular, I'm so beautiful, and all that shit type of fight. In a masculine sport, that shit don't matter. It's an alpha male sport. And there's too many betas in the alpha male sport. And the alpha males can't even prove they alpha males. Popularity fight. Don't tell me nothing about neither fighter. Only you can whoop Ryan Garcia. What do that mean? Ryan Garcia ain't really whooped nobody. You whoop Tank. Who Tank really whooped? And they trying to find money fights, man. You find money fights by making the best fights out there, by matching your young killers the right way. That's how you find money. Putting them on accessible platforms. How Tank gonna grow his platform and grow his numbers fighting on pay-per-view and fighting on Showtime? It's impossible. It's impossible. Nobody buying the Tank pay-per-views. I'm telling you that right now. That $275, trash. It's a lie. They say Tank ain't even cracked over 60, 70,000, bro. Other than Leo Santa Cruz, probably. I can't really tell you what them numbers was, but they said it did about 300. Niggas did like 100,000. That Rolly fight probably did like 1.25. If that. If that. But, you know, if you go down, it go down like Young Jock. I don't give a hell. Wake me up when they fight somebody of credibility. If he gonna move up to 40, one of them niggas gonna move up to 40, fight Sabril Matisse, fight Regis Progress, fight Josh Taylor, fight Teofimo Lopez. You know, wake me up when you fight people like that. Or wake me up when these niggas lose, so I can laugh. So I can laugh. I can laugh straight to the bank. Please wake me up when these niggas lose, man. Both moving like Lindsay Lohan, motherfucking. Not when she was in the jungle and no shit. When she moved, they moving like when she was in high school. Shit is a joke, man. I sound like a grumpy old man, but I just know what boxing supposed to look like, nigga. That's like you looking at some fried chicken, nigga. You know what fried chicken supposed to look like. You ain't supposed to look like that. But I think they'll get the fight made. I think it do good numbers, to be honest. But they can't be full-blood superstars without whooping their contemporaries, whooping type fighters, whooping 3%ers, 1%ers. Can't. You can't. Care what they say. You can't do it that way. You can't recreate the blueprint. Without like fighting Floyd Mayweather and Lara, Canelo, Triple G, Canelo can't be where he be right now without whooping them, no matter how popular that nigga is. Without asking De La Hoya, Floyd can't be where he is, no matter what else he would have. Without De La Hoya, Floyd would still be out here fighting for fucking peanuts. I say that joking. You know? But that's just my thing about it, man. I don't mean to sound like an old grumpy man in boxing, but it's my opinion on it, man. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. I be just leaving all types of shit in my car. Hit my link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Hit me up. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. You want to reach out, DM me. Got a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video question. Want to chop it up? Instagram and Twitter is the fastest way. Twitter being the fastest way. Appreciate the love and support. Check the Box News playlist out. Peace.